Hello and welcome to Broughton. This is another little video, an update of the latest piece that I've built for my model train set, my model railway, and this is it. It's a diesel fueling point, and it belongs inside the engine shed area, which I showed in my last video, where I had built the coaling stage and things like that. I've now built the first of the diesel fueling points. Take me a couple of days to put it together, but really pleased with how this one's come about. This is a bit of a kit bashing job. It's based on another Wordsworth kit from the Wordsworth website, same as the Hutton coaling stage, and I've adapted it and put extra bits on it and things like that as well, and it looks quite good, I think. I've added some lights to it, inspired by a few other videos, and I was watching one on the Penwithers channel a few days ago where Kevin used the little LED self-adhesive strips, and so I bought myself some of those and had a go at wiring those up, and I think that looks quite nice as well. I added a few little barrels and the likes. What it didn't come with was any of the equipment to fuel up, I suppose, the engines. The actual diesel pump and diesel gauge it came with, but nothing for nozzles or hoses or anything like that. So I got a few bits of card left over from an old Metcalfe kit and looked at a few images of diesel fueling points, and knocked these little L shapes up for it as well, and then spent a day or two thinking about what to do hose wise and things like that, and tried a few different bits of cable and wire that I got left over from doing droppers and things like that on the track, and nothing really seemed to work until I was out today at a hardware store and just saw on the shelf some garden twine for tying back plants and roses and things like that, and just thought that might work. So I cut a few lengths off and stuck them on, and I think they work quite nicely as hoses go and things like that. Added a few other little bits of details as well for a start around here. Just in orange is the trunking and a light switch for the lights, so the guys that are manning it can switch their lights on as and when they need to. And then along the top of the fuel, the storage tank, I added some pipe work. That's just a wooden kebab stick, same hardware store, one kebab stick chopped up, painted and stuck on, and I think it looks quite nice. Really do like it. Give you a few close-up shots. Some of the fuel barrels, one of the pipes. I think the actual stands for the pipes do need some extra details added on and things like that. Maybe you know, little stop taps and things like that. There's a pipe all, an extension pipe that's all wound up and left there as well. The lights, cable for the lights, I just hid with a straw painted black just to hide the cable away. I think that looks okay. Grimed it up a little bit with some of the pastels that I've got left over from the last project. A view from this side, and that's where it will be sitting inside my shed area. just give you a quick overview. It's down one end of the shed, opposite to the actual diesel maintenance shed that's sitting there. I've got another, planning on building another 2 smaller versions of that will go along these 2 sidings here. These will be for my DMUs and things like that, and I've got 2 of those on the layout, so there'll be little fueling points at each end of here, and then the trucks and stuff can be stored somewhere else. So maybe later on this week I will have chance to build at least one of those little fueling points, or I might actually get on with weathering this. I'm quite enjoying weathering the different model buildings. There's 2 I've had a go at, or 3 sorry now. After I've done the coaling stage, I had a go at another couple of little ones. Quite enjoying it, so I might have a go at doing that later this week and put some lights in that as well, things like that. With this one, I've been inspired a little bit by watching Alan Plum's Shed Engineering channel. He's been uploading a couple of videos to do with scenery without buying lots of expensive kit, and so I was actually quite interested to see how I go about kit bashing this together and putting something together that I wanted for as little money as possible. I think this one has cost me less than £1 to build. From the Wordsworth site there were 3 pages to print out. On my old printer that's about 30p each, and then all the printouts were mounted onto old cereal boxes, so that's nothing, cost me nothing there. The length of garden twine that I bought today, I think I used about 30 centimetres after chopping it all down, so from the big 10-metre reel of it I managed to get for next to nothing. That's probably cost me about 5p, something like that. And then the kebab stick that I used to do the pipe work, well, that's one out of a pack that the pack cost me 99p, so that probably was worth about a penny's worth of kebab stick. And then the paint and stuff that I needed to paint things up, and the pastels for weathering it, I've got those already. The lighting strip I got already. The wire for that I got already. The straw out of the drawer in the kitchen, got all that already. So yeah, less than £1, maybe a little bit more if I sat down to try and work it out. So I'm really pleased with that. I think that's really, really good. Sets it that little corner off just nicely, and I'm starting to get an idea of how this area of the layout now is going to look. I think this is going to be the first area that I properly build up scenic wise and things like that, just as I get ideas and those type of things. So there we are, first fueling point done, another 2 to be built. I'll leave you with a few images of some of the engines coming into the maintenance area at the end of a hard day, getting fueled up and ready to be serviced, and then they can head out for more operations, can't they? Thanks for watching. Feel free to comment and subscribe. Thank you for all the comments that I've had so far. They've all been really useful and really helpful. I try and reply to each of them as I get them. Thank you very much for watching, and so long from Broughton. Bye now.